super fast. So if I got like the weakest weapon in the game and I could probably hit him a few more times than the average person. So there's that. And then it increases many of the stats. So minor increases. So it's like my composure could end up being a 5 out of a 10 instead of a 3 out of a 10. At least I think that's how that works. Or it may just be other things. But these are the only stats that I see. So you never know. Maybe it only increases the lower stats like your stealth, your repair, and your composure. Or maybe it gives you bonuses to your higher levels like my luck and my speed and my stamina. I don't know how it 100% works yet. So repair. So originally this was called intelligence, but a patch came out and changed it to repair, and I feel like that's a better idea. It's a lot better than saying intelligence, because you look at this and you would see that some things were very stereotypical. People were getting the wrong idea as to why they were set up that way. But it's like these people, athletic people, like Vanessa Jones, she's an athlete. She's not really going to focus her time on, she's a runner. She's not going to focus her time on repairing things. We never know that. She could have a knack for gadgets, you never know, in her own free time. So she's got a low repair. I like how she's got a 2 instead of a 1. It's a lot better than a 1. I do like that stat being low, because I don't really repair things. And usually by the time I do repair things, it's usually like middle to late game. And if I'm trying to repair something, it means that I'm desperate to get out, or that I'm being pretty ballsy because I got a good amount of pocket knives and I'm set up in like a house or something. So that's the only time I'll probably repair something. I have 10 out of 10 speed, so basically I'm gonna be zooming, and this is a good thing for me because it allows me to go from across the map pretty easily, which is cool. I like that. I like being able to go from place to place pretty quickly. And it's like, yeah, with her being super fast, obviously she's not gonna be stealthy, but that's okay. I really like how fast she is, because she's basically a runner, and she's got the legs for the runner. Trust me. Stamina. So basically, this says increases overall stamina pool and reduces the stamina cost of actions. So I have a 9 out of 10 stamina, but I still feel like too many things require too much stamina. Like in this game, just jogging requires stamina. So it's better to, like, I don't know. It's weird. It's a little weird. Some of these stats are a little weird, or why they do the things that they did in the game, but that's fine. It's part of the game. But I have a high stamina, and just because like my 9 out of 10 stamina, I think mine recharges at an even pace as everyone else. I'm not sure, but I don't know. I do not know. I just know that I run out of stamina a lot because, well, I wouldn't say a lot. I would say pretty decently. There was one time it cost me when I ran out of stamina. I didn't have a pocket knife. Hated that. I have a 1 out of 10 stealth. Stealth reduces the amount of noise generated and Jason's ability to sense. So basically, Vanessa is gonna get spotted like that. Easily spotted. But there have been times when I made it to the end of the game. I'm fine being the first one to die. I wouldn't say a fear, but you could call it anxiety, but it's like sometimes I tend to, I don't know, I guess get a little scared. I just didn't want to die. I want to do well. You know what I mean? I want to do well in the game. I want to be a competitor. I want to actually contribute to something. But as I've played this game, I've learned the more I try to force myself to contribute, the less I do, and the quicker that I die, and the more that I just accept my fate, and just when I see Jason, square up and take him out, or run like the wind, I tend to do better, you know? I tend to do better. And you could say, yeah, running away from him is a coward's way, but hey, he's Jason. What are you gonna do? I don't have a, well, sometimes I have a gun. If I have a gun, man, I'll stand in a doorway and wait for you. But, so, I accept the fact that I'm probably the first one to die. I accept that. As long as I break a window, I'll be fine. As long as I jump out a window. I wouldn't say break a window. As long as I jump out a window, I'll be fine. And then strength. I have a 4 out of 10, which is good. I like this. Because it's like, they could have easily have been like, nah, you're a runner, you don't need strength, you don't need that, you're set. But they decided to give her a 4 out of a 10, which I like. Which strength increases attack damage with weapons and reduces the stamina cost of combat actions. So basically, I have 4 out of 10 strength with Vanessa. And basically what that means is that I am going to have just a moderate amount of damage to Jason. And I will have a moderate amount of stamina cost from combat actions, which is great. I feel like that's good for her character because it's like, if you're working out, if you're playing a sport, if you're an athlete, you don't work on just one thing. You're going to work on multiple things. And it's like, I could definitely see Vanessa working on some upper body here and there to be a helper, you know? Because running requires arm movement. So I could totally see that. So now let's get into what I'm actually running on my perks. So these are the perks that I have. Poor, common, uncommon, rare, epic. I don't know exactly as to what these perks will benefit me in which way. Maybe like poor perks will give you less of a bonus than if they were epic, I guess, or common. But I have a rare one here, medic. Get 2 uses from each medical spray. Also increases healing when using a medical spray. I get plus 8% healing increased and a minus 1% more damage taken. So basically, I'll heal 8% more of my health, but I'll take 1% more damage. I'm not running that because of what you'll see next. So I have a map, which is a common perk. I have preparedness. Start with a large map. Also provides some resistance to fear effects. So basically, I get a map at the beginning of the game, and I have about 4% fear resistance bonus. So that's just 4% more times. That gives me a 4% boost to my composure, basically. But I lose 1% sprint speed, so I'm 1% slower. But she has a 10 out of 10 sprint speed, so I can sacrifice 1% of that 10. So that's fine. I can sacrifice that. And we move on to our next perk. We got Slugger. Start the match with a baseball bat in hand. Melee damage is also increased. So basically I start with a baseball bat. And a baseball bat, I believe, has the highest stun chance. So that's why I like the baseball bat. I can easily just whack him once and then move on with my life. Yeah, you're like, well, Jay, this one barely gives you a bonus at all. Like, you might as well not use it. I use it for the bat. I could always trade the bat in for something else. But there will be times when you're going to spawn in the game, you're going to be right next to the shack, and he's going to find you. Or you're going to spawn in the game, he's going to be right there. And at that point in time, I probably want a weapon. Because if he finds me first, I'm pretty much dead. So, I want to go down swinging, you know? If I'm going to strike out, I want to strike out swinging, you know what I mean? So, 1% attack damage increased and 0% melee stun damage chance decreased. So, I don't lose any benefits of the baseball bat, but I actually gain some benefits with the baseball bat. So, see what I mean? I like that. Next one is one of my favorite perks. Thick Skinned. Take less damage from all incoming attacks. So basically what that means is that this is another rare. I have 42% attack damage increased. And I have minus 5% stumble chance penalty. Basically, I have a 42% increase to my defense. Which, a lot of Jasons like to smack people. They don't like to grab you. They like to smack you because It's kind of like their workaround from like pocket knives. You know what I mean? And I feel like this has really kept me alive. I feel like it has. And then 5% stumble chance penalty. So basically what it means is that I'll stumble 5% more often. Which, I'm fine with that. I mean, as long as you don't break your ankles while you stumble, that's fine. Yeah, stumbling causes noise. But in a game of 7 people, or 8 people, that little bit of noise isn't really going to draw Jason off if he's not around you. Now, if he's near you, all that does is help him see you. But at that point, you might as well. If he doesn't see you, then you might as well just sit still. If you're in a house, he's gonna see you. So, all these people who crouch around inside of a house, I'm just like, the house is red, right? Yeah, he may not see you because you're making zero noise when you're crouching, or very little noise when you're crouching. But if you were to morph over to that house, all the crouching in the world ain't gonna save you. It's not gonna save you. So I usually like to get in, run in, get my stuff, and get out and move on to the next house. That's what I want to do. And that's the type of playstyle I want to play with my character. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's go over to what clothes that she has. So basically, these are her original clothes right here. But this light blue really stands out in all the maps. All the maps they really stand out. And if you're in the water, they put Jade, the water's blue. I'm like, yeah, but if you're in the water, that's like the most noise in the entire game. So you don't want to be in the water, like, unless you have to. So being in the water is very, very risky. So there's no point. So I wear the brownish color ones because they're, of course, brown. They kind of blend a little bit. So yeah. The next set, I believe, is actually a pink set. Almost there. I think I'm 18 right now, almost, maybe 19. So I should almost be there soon. Hopefully I will get a game in the next 10 minutes, hopefully. I would be grateful. So there's that. Let me go show you the Jason I use. I don't use that Jason. I use this Jason, part 7. Because with the Jasons, they have the strengths and weaknesses. So strengths are, for part 7, is sense. Increased sense duration and range. So basically, that ability that allows you to see, that turns humans into a red color, and it lights up houses and stuff with red. That's the sense. And basically it allows me to see farther and it lasts longer. Water speed. So faster movement underwater. Basically, I can swim very, very fast. And they said, what I've heard, even faster than the boat. So there's that. And then there's grip strength. Counselors have a tougher time breaking free from grabs. And this, oh my god. Whenever I grab a counselor, if they don't have a pocket knife, they're dead. It don't matter who you are, unless you're Tommy. You break away, it's an instant breakout from the first one if you're Tommy. But other than that, you're dead. And then for his weaknesses, he can't run, so you have your walk, and then you have your power walk, basically. For traps, I have the least amount of traps available, which kind of sucks because I've really gotten into laying traps lately. So there's that, and then there's shift. Decreased shift regeneration speed, which has kind of bit me in the ass a little bit. Kind of has. But it's okay, I guess I can deal with it. So there's part 3. Oh, I didn't show you something. So this character uses the machete, and these are my executions that I have. I have machete stab, simple but effective, a classic. Then I have Head rip. Jason bends the counselor backwards and rips at their face. Then I have head squeeze. Jason turns the counselor around and squeezes their head until it pops. And then finally, two-handed choke. Choke the counselor out with two hands. Those are my executions that I do have for my Jason, which I am going to equip basically my executions on these people. So with this Jason, you have can opener. Jason twists the counselor's head off until it comes clean off. Throat hack, a pickaxe strike to the back of the counselor's neck. Headbutt, a headbutt followed by a hard shot right to the face. This one carries a pickaxe, has Ken run, so basically he has a sprint, or like a run basically. He has more traps and has faster morph regeneration speed. As you can see, you can just tell by what it is when you look at it. This Jason has Eviscerate, which is gutting counselors. It's a lot like gutting fish. And then Dismember, Jason hacks off the counselor's arm, then splits their head open. Let's confirm that real quick. Come back. Let's go ahead. Crotch chop, chopping wood in the worst way. Head chop, just a little off the top, please. And stunner, stun them with the knock on the skull, then hack them down. This one carries an axe, and this is part 3. I'm going to sit right here for a few seconds and I'm going to go over these. I'm not going to read them out loud. You guys can figure it out pretty simply. Alright, so there's this Jason who carries the dual-sided axe. I have to be level 31 for him. Part 8 Jason who carries a fire axe. I have to be level 20 for him. The Spear Jason, part 6. He has knockdown, get him on the ground, then pin them. Spear Impale. Jason impales the counselor with a spear. And Shish Kebab. Jason forces the counselor's head onto the tip of his spear, which is a pretty gruesome one. It happens to me a lot because a lot of people like to play this Jason and like to do that to people, sadly. So here, let me go look at these. So now we're back at the pickaxe one. Shetty. Yeah, so that's all the Jasons. Yeah, we're gonna keep that. So let's go over to Counselor again. So you have already seen my Vanessa Jones, who I play as. Let me show you the other characters, other counselors. Adam Palomino. I'm not gonna read out his stats out loud. You can already figure that one out pretty simply. So this is what he has. I don't really have a full comment on them because I don't play them. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's up to be said. Maybe you guys might like some of these characters. Then we have Eric J.R. LaChapa. Then Brandon Bugsy Wilson. AJ Mason. I do see a lot of people playing AJ Mason. Usually, if they want to kill Jason, they usually have a Brandon in the group. Because, obviously, his strength. But as for, like, Vanessa, I don't know. A lot of YouTubers don't tend to play her as often, sadly, but that's fine. So, there's AJ. Chad Kensington, who apparently has the highest luck in the game, and a pretty good speed, decent stamina, but 6 out of 10 stealth, and some strength. No composure, and same amount of repair as Vanessa. So this is like your character that you would play as if you didn't want to be Vanessa, because of his 6 out of 10 stealth. And his speed is pretty much the same, almost the same as Vanessa. I'm not a fan of the dude, personally. Excuse me, because of his composure being as low as it is. Excuse me. But it's basically, essentially, it's the same character as Vanessa. And we got Jenny Myers. Best composure in the game. I see a lot of people playing Jenny. She's your girl next door type thing. I guess a lot of people playing her. Kenny Riddell, or Rydell, however you want to pronounce it. Some people would speculate this is the character for people who are not sure what type of role they want to play in the game. Let me just say, like, Vanessa and Chad are basically like those guys that go and find stuff and then they can run it back for people. Have I done that in situations? Yes, I have. But as for doing it on a daily basis or like on a constant basis, no, I have not, because usually I'm the first one dead. So, yeah. And don't be like, oh, well, first one dead, so he's obviously a terrible player. I wouldn't say that. You mean you can, if you want. But personally, like, I just try to enjoy the game, you know? So, alright, next character. Tiffany Cox. People have said that this is basically the best character in the game, but she's also your local slut. If you don't understand what I mean, just take a look at this. So, yeah, basically, and booty cheeks all hanging out and everything, and it's like, not a big fan of that, but, you know, it is what it is. She's the character that she is, and, I mean, this is Friday the 13th. We have to have, basically, your local slut. Somebody who is willing to have sex with anybody, basically. But that's just from her looks. From her stats, though, good stats, high stamina, the highest stealth in the game, decent, above average speed, almost decent composure, decent luck, no repair, some strength. So I mean, like, she can get around, but she can also not be seen while getting around. I don't think she even makes any noise when she runs. Like, as Vanessa, if I were to just jog, I would make a pretty good amount of noise. But as Tiffany, you make a little noise. And how you really determine, as Jason, how you tend to determine who's doing what or who's where is usually by the noise and how big it is. So, I don't know. I just follow the noise patterns. So there's Tiffany Cox. And then there's Deborah Kim or Deborah Kim, however you want to pronounce it. She's a little nerd too. She's a little nerd, but she's a good nerd. I like her. She's a interesting character. I don't see a lot of people playing her. I feel like she's very much underplayed. But good character she is. Um, good amount of stuff, good amount of repair, good composure, low stamina, no strength, decent speed, some luck. So, I mean, I feel like she's a good one. She just, you don't want to be running around with her, basically. You ain't gonna get far. And then that's it. So, I'm gonna go ahead and confirm everything that I just did there. And then I'm going to go ahead and purchase some perks. Water noise reduced and chances of being detected by Jason's sensibility reduced while in water. That's 10% sense avoidance chance. But it's like, how often am I going to be swimming? So I'm going to sell this perk. Pyro. Okay. Oh, it's only 5% longer. I mean, it could help. Well, hold on to it. See what we get. It's a good one, but it's like, I don't need it. No, I don't want the 7% recharge rate. Ooh. Oh, this is an epic perk. Okay. I think what we will do, though, is probably get rid of the baseball bat. And be able to break free 13% faster. We'll see how that works out for us. Sorry, it's my OCD, guys. I already think I have them in a specific order. With the Jasons, I have their specific Jason ability, and then in order. Spawn preference. None, yeah. Alright, so we're gonna... Oh man. Give me a moment, guys. I will be right back. Okay guys, I've returned. Sorry about that. So, if this video ends right here, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm hoping it doesn't end because Twitch likes to end itself. So I'm hoping it doesn't end. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. So give me a moment.